Hello, everybody. This is Ruth Beaglehole from Parenting with Nonviolence. I wanted to spend a few minutes with you today talking about making empathy books. Now, why did empathy books come to me as something that I wanted to share with you? Well, empathy books is a way of holding stories for children, holding all the stories, all the events, all the sadnesses, all the feelings, all the losses, separations that they may be experiencing. It's a way also of holding feelings, which is incredibly important. And it's a way of validating for children that in their relationship with you, they are able to trust and feel safe. Such a big time, such a complicated time, such a time where we really can't make any big promises about when you'll go back to preschool or elementary school or high school. We can't make those promises. We don't know. What we do know is that day to day, we can tell the story of what comes up for our children. We can tell the story of being at home, sheltering in place. We can tell the story of missing people that really they care about, that they're used to seeing every day. We can tell the story of the issues that come up between brothers and sisters, of the issues that come up just from being dysregulated, right? The dysregulation that happens when we get stressed. And it's a way to make repairs. So I wanted you to be able to have this tool and not be afraid of it, because it actually doesn't require any art skills. It requires you just to have a moment of reflection, to think about what is the story here? What is it that my child may be feeling? What is it that they're telling me that I can validate for them, and to put it down in a book, a little book form. Now, I usually take a piece of paper and fold it in half like this. I know there are people who make tiny books, half books. You'll find the way to make the book that works for you. So we always begin by naming the book for the child. So this is Mary's book. This is Mabel's book. This is Ravi's book. This is Mayan's book. Just to name, so the child has ownership. This is my book. This is about what's going on for me. Now, when a child is very little, it's just one page. And here's an example. Here's crying, you want to see grandma. Crying, you want grandma to pick you up. Very simple. This, just a very simple narrative, a very simple story. I may even say crying, sad, you want grandma to pick you up. But just very simple. As the child gets older, you may choose to make a little longer book. And again, you will get the feel of what it is you need to hold for your child. So this might be a book about missing seeing friends, and Zoom not being the best alternative. So you would call this book Wanting to See Friends in Preschool, Not on Zoom. And you would write the story, how they're feeling, really missing your friends. And you might name the friends. Missing going down the slide with your friend, missing your teachers, naming it. Yes, now we're inside, now we're not able to go to school. That's hard. That's sad. We're at home. So that might be an empathy book about that. You might write an empathy book about actually all the things you are doing at home. At home, we're at home, we get up in the morning, We play with our toys. We go outside in our backyard. Or if there's no backyard, we take a walk down the street. You actually may have to write a book about wearing a mask, right? Children might not want to wear a mask, and that's the limit. They need to wear a mask when they go outside. So you might write a book about wearing a mask, not liking the mask, don't feel comfortable in the mask, too hot, too tight. Yes, Mama understands, Daddy understands, Grandma understands. Need to wear a mask to be safe. So wouldn't certainly be careful not to say in the book, and if you don't wear a mask, you're going to get sick. It's not about holding threats like that, holding fear over children. It's just putting what is and holding the feelings. You might want to write a book about missing the people that are important. Wanting to see Grandma, wanting to see Grandpa, wanting to see your teacher, wanting to see your friends. Yeah, there's another story. You might be going to work every day. And you might be, child may be staying at home with who? A relative, a friend. Missing Mama, Mama's going to work. And remember, for those of you who are essential workers, there may be a whole other level of stories that need to be told. You know, that some of you may have to actually sleep in another room and not be able to reconnect with your children when you come home. See all the myriad of stories to be told, to be supported. Don't want to become silent with them. Don't want to push them down. And that can be hard when we're overwhelmed. You might be saying to me, you mean I have to sit down and write books? I'm already frustrated, I'm angry, days are long. I don't have the patience to do that. I know. It may feel very taxing, but if you can, maybe you can't do it with your child at the time, maybe you need to do it later. Sometimes children want to help write the books. They might have things they want you to say. They might have drawings they want to put in. Include them and let them be included. They may even end up making a book for you about Mommy or Daddy, and that's beautiful. They've really taken in the idea of holding stories and the importance of stories. What do you do when your child's older? You're going to write a little book like this. So, older children, they may need a card from you, an empathy card that you tuck in under their pillow, in their shoes, in a book they're reading. Just again, we're here. We're taking good care of each other. We're safe. I know that you're missing your friends. I know this is hard. Just sort of honoring what's alive for them. So this is a very important tool. And it's very important because if things aren't spoken, if stories aren't held, if it's just left with no way to be expressed, we know that can be very painful in the long run, and that numbness, that loss of words can ultimately lead to a lot of pent-up feelings and anxiety and unhappinesses. So making empathy books. Let me just finish by making one. So I'm going to make a book, Mabel's book, about wishing she could see her friends. One of the things you'll notice in writing books for children is we print. And this is where they're going to learn to write at school. So we print. Mabel says, I want to see my friends now. I want to see my friends now. I don't like this virus anymore. I don't like this virus anymore. And just, as I said, just some stick figures and maybe naming the friends that she wants to see. I want to go to preschool. I want to play with my friends. So remember the emphasis. I want to play with my friends. I want to play. Mama, Papa, whoever understands. Frustrated, sad, angry, so many feelings. So maybe naming the feelings. I'm doing this quickly, just naming the feelings. Again, drawing over here a page with the feelings. So many feelings. Mama or Papa understands. It's hard to not see friends. It's hard to not see friends. It's hard not to see friends. And then, so there's so much more to say, but I'm not going to put it all in one book. This is just keeping it simple, keeping the message precise, keeping it clear. Of course, there's another book, isn't there? There's many other books to write. Many other books. Books about Zooming, books about sadness, books about being angry, books about, actually, of course, the book about the virus, right? What is this virus thing? And really a big book, a very important book about being safe and protected by Mama, by family, and what are the things we're doing to be safe and protected. Okay, so good luck. Make books. Thank you.